do the most damage. We need to corral them.
We finally got what we were waiting for. Our very first look at the new White Tiger costume in the MCU, thanks to a set photo from Daredevil Born Again Season 2. So, let's take a moment to break it all down, see what the new suit's all about, and also chat a bit about what this could mean for White Tiger's future in the MCU. Let's get into it. It looks like Daredevil Born Again Season 2 is about to shake things up in a major way, especially for fans who have been waiting to see more street-level heroes step into the spotlight. One of the most exciting developments is the introduction of Angela Del Toro as the new White Tiger in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. After the emotional and action-packed events of Season 1, it's clear that Matt Murdock is gearing up for war, and he won't be going it alone. At the end of Season 1, Charlie Cox's Daredevil made a bold move by deciding to form his own team, essentially a street-level army to help take back New York from Vincent D'Onofrio's ruthless Kingpin. That sets the stage for some familiar faces to return, like John Bernthal's Punisher and Kristen Ritter's Jessica Jones. But now, we're seeing another key player emerge, Angela Del Toro, who's stepping into her uncle Hector Ayala's shoes to become the MCU's new White Tiger. Thanks to a behind-the-scenes set photo shared on X, we now have our first look at Angela suited up. Her costume looks homemade, keeping that classic White Tiger vibe that longtime fans will recognize from Hector's design. It's a cool touch that honors her family's legacy while setting the tone for her own journey. And if you watched Daredevil Born Again Season 1, you already know just how significant Hector's character was to Matt's story. Hector wasn't just another side character, he played a major role in inspiring Matt to return to the Daredevil mantle. So after his death, it makes perfect sense that someone close to him would step up. That someone turns out to be Angela, and it's a natural evolution both for the story and for the White Tiger identity. Angela's connection to her uncle runs deep. In the comics, Angela Del Toro was the one who inherited the White Tiger mantle after Hector's death, and her arc with Daredevil was intense, emotional, and full of growth. She was once an FBI agent, highly trained and incredibly sharp, but after receiving the mystical amulet that gave her powers, she found herself navigating a new world. She didn't just leap into heroism, she struggled with it. That tension made her relationship with Matt all the more interesting. He wasn't just a mentor to her, he challenged her, pushed her, and ultimately helped her learn what it meant to be truly a hero. That's the kind of dynamic Season 2 could bring to life if it follows the source material closely. In fact, their comic book relationship is a perfect fit for where the MCU seems to be heading with Born Again. While Angela might not have the same law enforcement background on screen, at least not yet, she's already being framed as someone determined to carry on her uncle's mission. That mission? Protect the innocent and take down the real threats, just like Daredevil. Back in Season 1, we saw glimpses of Angela's connection with Hector, and their bond felt genuine. So it's only natural that her grief would evolve into action, pushing her to become the next White Tiger. And considering she might be wearing Hector's original amulet, there's a good chance the MCU will finally show us what a fully powered White Tiger looks like in live action. It's something fans have wanted for a long time, especially because Hector's time in the suit was so short-lived. Now, while Angela might be young and still figuring things out, she's got something unique that helps her stand out among the other heroes. The amulet gives her enhanced strength, agility, and reflexes, and if she's anything like her comic counterpart, she'll also have those sharp instincts that make her a formidable fighter even without full training. That puts her in an interesting position alongside heroes like Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and the Punisher. She's not polished yet, but she's driven, and that can take her a long way. What makes this even more compelling is the possibility that Angela could become a long-term player in the MCU. With younger heroes like Kate Bishop, Miss Marvel, and Ironheart already making waves, Angela Del Toro seems like a natural fit for a future Young Avengers lineup. Her introduction in Born Again might just be the beginning. But before we look too far ahead, it's worth focusing on how Daredevil Born Again Season 2 might explore the Matt-Angela dynamic. In the comics, there were some serious highs and lows in their relationship. Matt saw potential in Angela, but he also recognized her anger and emotional baggage. That made their connection complicated but deeply human. Marvel could lean into that same complexity in the show, showing Matt trying to guide her while wrestling with his own demons. It's the kind of character-driven storytelling that made the Netflix-era Daredevil series so great. And let's not forget, Angela once went down a darker path in the comics. She was manipulated by the Hand and turned into a villain temporarily before eventually breaking free. That arc brought up big questions about identity, redemption, and free will, all themes Daredevil stories love to explore. So even if the show doesn't follow that exact route, there's still a lot of rich material to pull from when it comes to Angela's growth. What's exciting is that Angela doesn't need to be perfect right out of the gate. In fact, it's better if she isn't. That gives her room to evolve across multiple episodes or even future MCU projects. And with Matt stepping into more of a mentor role, we might see him taking on a kind of leadership position he hasn't had before. It's not just about suiting up and fighting crime anymore, it's about building something bigger, forming a team that can push back against corruption and violence in ways he couldn't do alone. That idea, Matt forming a network of heroes, is what makes Born Again Season 2 feel like such a turning point. The show seems to be setting up a grounded version of the MCU's street-level defenders, and White Tiger is a perfect addition to that mix. She brings heart, grit, and a sense of legacy, all of which makes her essential to what Matt's trying to build. Visually, her costume says a lot too. It's not flashy or high-tech, it looks like something she pieced together herself. That tells us she's serious about this, even if she doesn't have all the resources yet. And it reflects the tone of Born Again, which has always leaned into realism and grit instead of big CGI battles. Angela's suit might be a work in progress, but so is she. And that's kind of the point. So what does all this mean moving forward? Well, first off, it confirms that Daredevil Born Again Season 2 isn't just about continuing Matt's story. It's also about expanding the world around him. Introducing Angela Del Toro opens up all kinds of doors. We could see flashbacks to her time with Hector, her struggles with grief, or even early training scenes where Matt teaches her how to hold her own in a fight. It's also not hard to imagine other street-level heroes showing up to offer advice or maybe even challenge her. Someone like the Punisher might not be thrilled about a rookie joining the fight. Jessica Jones might offer tough love. These kinds of interactions would help flesh out Angela's role while letting us see more of how this new team dynamic works. In the end, introducing White Tiger through Angela Del Toro isn't just a nice callback to the comics, it's a smart move for the MCU. She's got personal motivation, legacy, and just enough raw potential to make her journey really engaging. Whether she ends up joining the Young Avengers or sticking with the street-level crew, one thing's clear: she's just getting started. So, with all that in mind, Daredevil Born Again Season 2 is shaping up to be something special. It's not just continuing the story of one hero, it's building a world where new voices can rise, and Angela Del Toro's White Tiger might just be one of the most exciting ones to watch. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.